So I use most of these, if not all of these, on a regular basis, except for maybe goji berries. So the three I picked was garlic, ginger, and turmeric, because I use those the most. Garlic, I cook with it in almost everything except for sweet foods. I recently shared a honey infused garlic recipe with a friend because she was feeling sick. I originally started garlic when I was a kid. My dad was diagnosed with high blood pressure when he was in his early 20s, I think 23. And I was born when he was 20. So all of my childhood, he has been experimenting with foods to help him handle his high blood pressure, garlic being his main go-to. I loved it so much that even when I went to visit family out of town, they would have to buy a garlic shaker and put it on the dinner table just for me. I just love it. I have experimented with garlic with a few things, and it's always seemed to work, especially for the antibacterial properties. I did want to share a recipe that I use that I absolutely love. The garlic in this recipe just makes it taste amazing. I have an Italian dressing recipe, which I just eyeball it with a jar that old dressing jar that I have. It's 1 part apple cider vinegar, 3 parts olive oil, and then I just measure by pinch. So 4 fingered pinch. So these are my 4 fingers of sugar. 2 salt. 3 is Italian seasoning, and then I have 3 to 4 cloves of garlic, finely chopped. I really love the garlic. It just makes it. And then the way that I do, and then I add onion. I only add, so I have it, and then 1 slice finely chopped. I got it down to a science, I guess, without writing it down. And then you just shake it up. I have it with soup, salad, dipping my sandwich in. I could probably eat it on anything. Now with ginger, up until recently, I didn't like ginger. My dad would give it to me fresh while we were driving down the road for a senior trip that we took across the Badlands. And because I was so susceptible to motion sickness and I didn't know what it was at the time, my brain associates the sick feeling to ginger, kind of like alcohol. You know, you've gotten sick on alcohol once, you can't drink that anymore. It's the same with the ginger. So for the longest time, if I even smell it, I would feel sick to my stomach. Recently, though, I've tried it again, and I've really enjoyed it in this. It's a immune building chai tea that I got from a course that I took with learningherbs.com. It's from Rosalie De La Forte. And it's really delicious, and it's got astragalus, ginger, and all the rest of the good stuff for chai tea. Like I said, with the astragalus and the reishi mushrooms, and it's really good. Recently, I've been adding it to my green teas that I make in the morning. I make my own herbal remedy of green tea and a few other herbs, but I added the ginger because I feel cold. I was trying to warm up my herbal remedy, I guess. I was reading that ginger is more of a warming herb, so that was my attempt to warm it up. Now with turmeric, I don't really remember how I got into turmeric, but I do know that currently my mom swears by it, and it's so bad that I refer to her as the dad on My Big Fat Greek Wedding with the Windex. She's like that with turmeric. I even recently read somewhere that it helps with ringworm, and I'm keeping an eye on my son because he's got little splotches on his arms that are looking more and more like ringworm. I also use turmeric in things when I'm cooking, especially with soups. But this is a pretty amazing list. Like I said, I use everything except for the goji berries, which I think I'm going to go ahead and try to implement goji berries into rotation, maybe with hot cereal. Yeah, and I will share my recipes in text in below, and I'm excited to see what everyone else has to share.